Leo, okay, let's jump into your 2024 love reading here. So, for some of this collective, you started from the bottom and now you're here. That is a song. I started from the bottom. This is a song I channeled for you guys for your song for 2024. And you know what I'm sort of getting in, not so much about the lyrics, but more about like the just even the title that like 2023 was rough, right? Kind of you guys, I feel like you guys kind of feel like maybe you're starting the year off at a low point, but it's gonna turn for you guys. I think it's gonna turn in a really big way. I'm really, I don't know, I'm seeing like the sun card for you guys right now. Yeah, I feel like all this, like 2023 consisted of a lot of conflict, maybe even a lot of drama for you guys. And you sort of were having to not put yourselves out there. You guys were kind of playing small when it came to love and relationships. For a lot of you, I feel like you guys were, you're going to start the year off kind of playing it safe, right? So let's get your current energy, Leo, for 2024 current energy. Okay. And then the crossing energy, Spirit, thank you. Okay, so the energy that's crossing right now is the Two of Cups in reverse. But because, it's crossing, we're going to look at it still in reverse, but it's sort of the immediate energy, which could show that you maybe currently are going through a breakup. It also could be like, I'm also getting this sort of like disillusionment with love, because the current energy is the Two of Pentacles. For some of you, I feel like if you're in a relationship, you're trying to figure out how to balance this relationship, or you're trying to figure out how to bring balance to the relationship. For singles, I feel like you're trying to figure out how to juggle your personal life and be true to that, like have a personal life, while also staying consistent with the other things that you need to do that are your responsibilities. I feel like maybe you were kind of devoting a lot of your attention to things this last year that either like you're either having to put out a lot of fires, or for some of you, I feel like you guys were really gravitating towards what felt good and not so much what was grounding you. And so you're almost being pulled, especially when it comes to love, to be more consistent, more grounded, and find balance in that. And not so much about like worrying about what the image of it would bring, or if it felt good, you know what I mean, emotionally or not. It's just more about like wanting to ground yourself and do what's best for you, and not so much in the moment what feels good, right? So your past energy right now, where you guys are leaving behind in 2023. What are you leaving behind? Okay, I love that. I love that. Love it. Love it. I don't even need to clarify that. I could find out why, but you're leaving behind a lot of hard and tough lessons, right? We still have Temperance here at the bottom of the deck. So a lot of this had to do with your lack of self-love, right? The lack of self-care that you were doing. It feels like maybe you guys were heavily burdened this last year. You were enduring just a lot of mental warfare, almost like your own mental warfare, where you felt like the thoughts and the feelings and the depression was just coming in. You almost couldn't help it. But Spirit was saying, like, the more that you sort of are guided to taking care of yourself, focusing on yourself, the more that you're going to come into this like happy place, right? Because for a lot of you, you guys weren't, like I was saying, you weren't pouring into yourself per se. Like it may have felt like that, but you were pouring into maybe the things that weren't the healthiest and the most positive for you. But Spirit is showing that the moment you start to walk away from this like lack of putting the work in, where I feel like you guys were in the past, you're going to have someone reach out. You're going to have some sort of love connection. For those of you that are single, I feel like you're going to have, when you're not consistently putting your attention towards looking for love, is when it's going to come in. For those of you that are in a relationship, I feel like for that part of the collective, I feel like there's this attention that needs to be brought towards what do you need to do to stay consistent in your relationship. Are you focusing on things that maybe give you that instant gratification, rather than, what can consistently provide you stability in your relationship, right? Hopefully that makes sense. And again, these are collective. So if you want a more personalized reading, I'm going to be doing a special at the end of this month, which is not too far from here, for a 2024 sort of general reading roundup that you can book. It'll be over Zoom. It'll be fun. It'll be great. And you can get more of a consistent message and personalized message. But as far as singles, let's see here. What do we have coming in for you guys? High Priestess. So either there's something that you're not seeing, or there's something that you're going to kind of like find out. Okay. For a lot of you, you guys feel like there was something that was done, that was over, that was completely like never going to happen again, right? Like the ship has sailed. But you've got a new beginning, and either you don't see that coming, or you almost secretly are wanting that to happen or manifesting it in some way, and it's brewing right in the new year. I feel like that's going to take place around months 6 to 9. It's not going to happen at the beginning, but it's going to happen, like I'd say around Cancer season maybe would start. And then when it happens, it's going to come in quickly. You're manifesting this person to come in or come back in a really big way. Just be careful, because they're coming in without really doing a whole lot of thinking. Like they're just coming in guns blazing, like ready to go, ready to take action. And this may not be the best decision for either one of you, right? For some of you it might be, but just be careful. They're just kind of like they're coming in haphazardly and not super like they don't have a game plan. Okay. For those of you that are in a relationship, okay, Leo's in a relationship, you guys are going to be getting married this year. I think a lot of you guys are either going to be getting married, or you're going to be having some sort of offer. Your karmic wheel, though, is still turning. So be mindful of staying grounded, for not only just pouring into yourself, giving back, doing things that are positive for you, and staying mindful that like the person that you are going to be making this commitment with, that it is who you want to be forever and ever, amen, or whatever you believe in, right? Like I feel like for this collective, just be mindful of this golden ticket, right? Does it come with a side of something that you're not really looking forward to, right? Are you rushing into it? Is this something that you've met this person maybe in the last however many months, and you're like, this is going to work, I'll just do it, right? Like without sort of thinking necessarily, right? Okay, and what do you guys not see coming? What does Leo not see coming here in the new year, 2024? Okay, yeah, so this to me is more of a message for the singles. There was something you guys thought was over, but it ain't over. Okay, you've definitely got somebody coming back. You've definitely got something that's going to be resurrected that you thought was over. Like, no doubt. Yeah. And it's something you want. So that's awesome. Congrats. I definitely feel like it could even be a Scorpio, potentially. That might resonate with you guys. You could have a Scorpio coming in back from where you never thought they would come back from. Leos, okay. Spirit also wants you to remind yourself to breathe this year. That's always good, keeps you alive, right? But no, taking those sort of deep breaths, connecting with yourself. You don't have to be everything to everyone. And also they're highlighting that not all that glitters is gold, right? So just because something looks bright and shiny and it looks well on paper, maybe it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right for you, right? Be consistent, go the distance. Yeah. So for a lot of you, the fear is sort of hindering you guys from making big changes right now. I feel like what I was saying earlier about, you guys are maybe planting the seeds of things that maybe aren't for your highest good, or maybe isn't the best for you. You need to look at that in a deeper way. So something about fear and something about what do you want long term? Does this person embody who you want to be with? And do they embody like the kind of person you want to be? Because it would be, I think, ignorant to say, right? Like that when we're in a relationship with someone, it doesn't mean that we become that person, but there's going to be attributes about them that is going to wear off on us, right? And so is this the kind of person, or do they have the kind of ideals, mentality, belief system that you want to have long-term in your life? If this person comes back, are they that? If this person asks you to get married, are they that, right? Do you want to go the distance with them, right? Okay, so we have here, I just saw 444 on the time. 444 here. So what are we manifesting? So we've got protection. Believe in your good luck and leave the past behind. In the reverse though. I don't usually take reverse, but the only reason I'm doing that is because of that person coming back. So I'm wondering if that's maybe because I'm wanting you guys to learn from these past decisions you made in this year, because I feel like that was a lot of learning, right? Like started from the bottom, now we're here, like having to learn from the mistakes, learning from the choices you made. Maybe they weren't mistakes, but really valuable lessons. So the first card you guys have is first quarter moon in Sagittarius. I also look at these cards sometimes as like highlighting signs of people that you're in relationships with or potentially going to be in a relationship with. This also could resonate with like one of your top three, your big three, or even just highlighted in your chart. Could be Sagittarius. Sorry guys. Okay, first quarter moon in Sagittarius. So this talks about your challenge when this card comes up is to dream, but be prepared to put in the hard work required to make your dreams real. Okay, I have to read this now. I wasn't going to read the card word for word, but number 47 is go the distance. Hold on. You heard what I just said, right? I'm like talking to you guys like there. Okay. To bring your dreams to life, you must think long term, pay no attention to the fluctuation in your current experience, joy and disappointment commingling with opportunities. So there's no need for occasional obstacles. Life is not about a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. But you have to put in the work in order to go the distance. Your challenge with this card is to dream, but be prepared to put in the hard work required to make your dreams real. If that isn't double confirmation, I don't know what is. That is crazy. That card was meant for you guys. Like, there is no doubt in my mind that this collective that sees this video, hopefully you guys comment and tell me how crazy that is, because that was crazy. I love when stuff like that happens. Love it. Okay, so last quarter moon in Capricorn. That was the one that was in reverse. Let's just check it out really quick because we're already at the 13-minute mark. Blah. Not too bad for $1.99, right, guys? You're like, shut up, stuff. Okay, so this talks about the moon has a bright, shining energy, but a reserved pressure is piling on. So the only way out is through. So again, this talks about like putting in the work, going the distance, not forgetting where you came from, remembering your past, right? And whether or not is that worth it? Is it consistent with what you want? And, you know, do you need to reevaluate things? Really look at something in a deeper level, right? Got beeping from some truck outside, so that might be confirmation for some of you. Thank you guys so much for viewing this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Share it if you feel so inclined to. And I hope to read for you guys personally and see you in the new year. Best of luck. Take care.